Hi everybody. First let's get the weight thing out of the way. I weighed in we weighed in on Saturday, but this is the first chance I've had to get on YouTube. My husband lost, I have to put my glasses on. My husband lost 2 pounds exactly, and he's now at 22.6, and that's in 4 weeks. I lost 2.2, beat him again. Mine's 3 weeks, and that's 17.5. Okay, so most of you know I have a surgery date of Wednesday, February 13th. So I'll probably remind you to lift me up in prayer. I take all prayers. I am not ashamed. I do want to talk about one thing. A couple things that happened to us this past week. It seems like every time my husband and I take 2 steps forward, something happens and we get pushed back 4 or 5 steps. This first thing happened to me. I think it was less of Sarah. I loved what she said about anxiety. Us heavy people who have this anxiety, and it's horrible. My company had a huge meeting. I mean, they called in everybody from all over the country, and we all met at a very swanky place. And I was one of the last people to get there, my partner and I, Clarissa. And it's funny because we were standing in line to get into the room, and I had very high anxiety about, am I going to be the biggest person there? Is everybody going to be looking at me? You know, these people never saw me in person. They deal with me on the phone. I pay the bills. I'm accounts payable. So, of course, everybody knows where to go when they need money. So, anyway, we're standing in line, and it was a long line that we had to get into. And I turned to her. Now, Clarissa is a very tiny Chinese woman that probably weighs 85 pounds. But I love her to death. We have so much fun at work. We're the same age. And we are just partners in crime. Anyway, I turned to Clarissa and I said, wouldn't it be nice if we got in there and there were just sofas everywhere and everybody just got to sit on sofas and we were comfortable? It was a 5-hour meeting. 5 hours. And she laughed at me. So when we got up into the doorway, I saw tables of 8, I believe it was, round tables of 8. And I looked at the chairs. Anxiety just took over me. We were placed at tables with, they say, people that have similar personalities. We had to do this little monkey survey, and so that's how they sat us. Okay, right now, I want you to look at this. See this? This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Can somebody please tell me how my fat butt fits on 8.5 by 11? Because that was the size of the chairs. There we are in a room with all these people, and I have to sit my fat butt down in this tiny little fancy schmancy chair. I was so humiliated. My heart started racing, and I'm not like that. I'm really not like that. I thought. I happened to sit down by a pretty good friend. Got seated by her, so I was familiar with her. The meeting started. My heart's racing right now. The meeting started, And all I heard the president of our company saying was, mwah, 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 mwah. Because this girl was worried about sitting on that damn chair. I have bad knees, so if you can imagine this, I'm sitting on the chair, and when I sat on the chair, it went whoosh, it went down, it smooshed. Scared the living crap out of me. Am I going to break this chair or what? I had one arm up on the table. I had the other arm up on the back of the chair, and I'm lifting my weight. And that is how I'm sitting there. I start sweating profusely, and I don't sweat. Profusely. Just the anxiety built and built and built. And I said, and then I got pissed off. I got to tell you, I got pissed off. Why did somebody not go there, look at these chairs, and see how small they were? That's in my brain. That's what I'm thinking. I'm mad. I get to a point where I'm mad. I don't get mad very often, I have to tell y'all. We were 30 minutes into the meeting. I'm in the middle of the room, of course. And I had to get up and leave. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So my family expected me to be late that night because of the meeting. And I got home at 2 o'clock. They said, "What are you doing home?" So I had to explain to them. I was so humiliated. I can't tell you. And then, the worst part, going into work the next day. Everybody's going to want to know what happened. I have to tell you, my cubicle is at a corner where a lot of people congregate. And this is what I heard. It was about 4 or 5 women saying, "Oh my God, those chairs were so uncomfortable." And these were little women. "They're so uncomfortable. I'll tell you what, next year we have this meeting, we are going to go and look at the chairs and make sure they are comfortable." I felt a little validated then. But still, people came up to me, of course. There were some very nice people who knew why I left. I didn't have to explain anything. There are good people out there. About 4 of them at my company. And they just looked at me, and they knew, and they said, "I'm so sorry. We don't know what happened to you, but we're so sorry." And left it at that. Of course, they knew what my problem was. That happened on Tuesday. Friday, I get a phone call from my husband. He lost his job. We were this close to buying a house. That close. We had it picked out. When we got our income tax return, that was going to be part of our down payment. We were so excited. He lost his job. No insurance. Thank God I'm self-pay on this leave. My parents were paying for it. But, however, I do have to buy all these. I just went to my doctor yesterday for the pre-op conversation with him. And he gave me this list of medicine and things I have to do. And I'm wondering, just sitting there wondering while he's talking. Again, the doctor, sounded like this. Wah, 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 wah. Because all I'm doing is sitting there thinking, how am I going to pay for all this? I don't have insurance. So, anyway, I hope we have that covered, that part of it, because I am not giving this up. Also, one more thing. My mother is going through her 3rd bout of cancer. My mother is the best person you're ever going to meet. She's just the best. She's 75 years old. You would never know it. She gets outside and plays volleyball with her grandkids and great-grandkids. She plays ball. She plays volleyball. She plays anything the kids want to do. Ring around the rosy. Whatever they want to do, she's out there doing it. Sled rides. She sled rides with the grandkids. Anyway, this is her third bout of cancer. She's really gone through a lot the last 5 years. It started in her kidney, and they took one of her kidneys, and she was fine. And then it metastasized, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, to her lung last year, and they just snipped that out, and she was fine. This time it's a little different. I really don't understand it. I'll know more tonight, but it's near her esophagus, and the doctor said if he lets it go any longer, it will cut off her breath. So, I've got that too. And surgery next Wednesday. I rarely do ask for prayer, but for my mother, I will do anything. So, I didn't want to do this. There's a few people out there that, on YouTube, that I just love to death. I can't even name you all. You know who you are. Thank you all, and have a good week. My next weigh-in's on Saturday. I'll see you sometime around that, and then my surgery is Wednesday the 13th. Thank you all. Love you. Bye.